Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to do coordination of transcription and translation. You know this coordination is done by regulating ribosomal RNA by the stringate response and by ribosomal proteins. So firstly we are going to do stringate response in which there is ribosomal RNA regulation. Now this is particular thing is called Escherichia coli and it has 7 operons. What happens if there is amino acid deficiency? So let me correct the lighting. So consider there is amino acid starvation. There is no amino acid. So transfer RNA, this transfer RNA, it is uncharged. It means no amino acid is bound to it. This uncharged transfer RNA goes to this particular ribosome, gets attached onto this A site. A site pe, on the A site we have transfer RNA which is uncharged. Attachment of the uncharged transfer RNA to the A site of the ribosome allows the GDP to be converted into PPGPP, which is a 5' pyrophosphate and a 3' pyrophosphate attached to the guanosine. This compound PPGP result in selective inhibition of transcription and the ribosomal RNA transfer RNA and some messenger RNA are not produced. So this is how we have the inhibition of RNA synthesis when the amino acids are very less. But however, it does not like do the messenger RNA for enzymes required for amino acid biosynthesis. Like the enzymes that are required for amino acid biosynthesis, they are not inhibited, whereas other types of messenger RNA, other types of transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA, all of them are stopped. Only because of absence of amino acid and because of an uncharged transfer RNA getting attached onto the R site, A site. And there was this particular name, that is REIA. The stringate factor is REIA, which is an enzyme which is physically associated with ribosomes, and elevated levels of the PPGP results in inhibition of RNA synthesis. So this enzyme is necessary to convert the GDP into PPGP, and when this PPGP is formed, then RNA synthesis, ribosomal RNA synthesis, transfer RNA synthesis, and some particular types of messenger RNA synthesis are stopped. Now we come to this regulatory or regulation of the ribosomal proteins. So what happens is, we know we have ribosomal proteins and we have ribosomal RNA. When both of them combine together, we get a ribosome. But what happens that sometimes when the ribosomal proteins are more and the previous product that we said, that was ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal proteins are more in number, whereas ribosomal RNA is less in number. So what we are going to have is that messenger RNA, that the ribosomal protein gets bound to the Shine-Delgrano sequence of the messenger RNA. So what happens is that this ribosomal protein gets attached to, this is the ribosomal protein, you can see in this diagram. So this ribosomal protein gets attached to the Shine-Delgrano sequence of the messenger RNA. And when this gets attached, the ribosomal proteins of all the operon are inhibited. If concentration of ribosomal RNA falls, the ribosomal protein then binds to its own messenger RNA at the Shine-Delgrano sequence and inhibits the translation, and hence no ribosomal proteins are further produced. This is to keep a balance with the transcription of the ribosomal RNA itself. So this was how transcription was regulated with the ribosomal RNA and the ribosomal proteins. Ribosomal RNA, there was PPGP formation, whereas in the ribosomal proteins, they themselves get attached to the messenger RNA at the Shine-Delgrano sequence, and they prevent the formation of more ribosomal proteins. So this was it for today. I hope you understood. Now if you want to do the regulation of eukaryotic gene expressions, please let me know via the comments, because I was thinking that I should not do it. But if you understood and if you want the lectures, please let me know in the comments. And also please subscribe to my channel so I can get the motivation to make new videos.